What's up, guys? It's Hannah. I went back to my blonde roots. I'm entering a new chapter of my life, so I figured it was necessary. Fun fact, the two most important people in my life are my psychiatrist and my hairstylist. My mom is cool too, though. Hope for a better life with bipolar disorder. Is it even really possible? The quick answer is yes, it definitely is possible. A lot of where I am today, doing well, living with bipolar 2 disorder, of course has so much to do with treatment, which I've talked about before, so subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my previous videos. A lot of it on the other side of things has to do with my mentality. And no, don't worry. I'm not going to tell you, oh yeah, when you're in a depressive episode, just think positively. I know when I'm in a depressive episode, I can't think at all. I'm not exactly talking about that type of mentality. And I think a good place to start is with one of my favorite self-help books called The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up by Mark Manson, which I highlight every single day and read it. It's part of my daily routine. And in the book, he says a really great line that I'm going to read to you now. The avoidance of suffering is a form of suffering. The avoidance of struggle is a struggle. The denial of failure is a failure. Hiding what is shameful is itself a form of shame. It speaks so clearly to this idea of mentality because I know that when you live with bipolar disorder, you are constantly told that in order to live this great life, you have to be symptom-free. You have to be cured of it, which automatically labels it as something to be ashamed of. I was 19 years old when I got put in handcuffs, put in the back of a cop car, and taken to a mental hospital and diagnosed with bipolar 2 disorder. And this isn't to evoke empathy, but all of those moments, and I remember walking outside and looking ahead of me thinking my life is over. Everything alluded to this idea that living this life I dreamed of, having a good life, was not possible. As I kept moving forward with my journey and learning at 28 years old today, what I have seen is those struggles, those problems, the mental hospital, bipolar disorder is what shaped me into the person that I am today because I allowed it to. I let go of the idea that this was ever going away. I stopped wishing it away. I stopped believing that in order for me to live a happy life, I had to be an individual who didn't live with bipolar disorder. I am not cured. I am not the ideal mental health patient. I don't have the healthiest habits. I go through ups and downs. I can be reckless. I make mistakes. I'm overly emotional on a daily basis. Okay, but I'm not ashamed of those. I don't fight with my depressive episodes. I roll with them. It's not a sign of failure. It's a sign of strength. So focus on yourself as an individual. What are you passionate about? What do you want to do? Where can you go with that passion? You can do so many things. I see you. I see your comments. I know how brilliant you are. So I believe it is possible to live a better life and to have a good life with bipolar disorder. It's just how you define what a good life is. And I think if you say a good life is living without bipolar and the problems it comes with, will eventually lead you to not living a good life, an authentic life. And I really want to hear your thoughts about this. So please, again, share those with me. And I'll see you next week.